So a little chat from our veteran riders, and that brings us nicely to this class, and away they go, powering down towards us. Looks like John Bolsover getting a good start there. Mark Evans as well, 161 pushing him. Got a bit of onboard footage. I can tell you race one, it was John Bolsover taking the win from Mark Evans, Ian Norman taking third as our riders stream round the second bend there on the far side. Now you can see a nice little dry line on this one, and this class has given us some great racing all through the year. I mean, we say veterans, but I mean there's some very talented riders out in this class. Yeah,
it goes from one extreme to the other, isn't it? You've got the Bambinos and the Minimotos down at one scale, up to the old slightly aged riders.
I nearly said coffin dodgers.
Yeah, well I can't say that because I am one, but there you go. Well, no, I've got some good friends out there, the same sort of age as me, let's say the wrong side of the half century, that are up the front and doing really, really well. I won't mention names, yeah. Baz.
Well, Bolsover there, your race leader at the moment. Evans should be there in second place, looking for Barry Prue as well, and Ian Norman. Well, these two have been really scrapping it out throughout the championship. But Bolsover, he's really coming to it because they've been trading some wins between them, really. Competitive class.
Yeah, very competitive. I mean, John doesn't come and ride all the time, he rides the big bikes, so when he gets a chance he comes and rides with us, which is good. When you said you were looking for Paul Ward there, you was on board with Paul Ward, which found him.
There we go, but it is Bolsover leading down the charge, down over that big straight there. Great aerial shot there, carrying his speed underneath there. Evans there, still there in second position at the moment. And great, you can just see that dry line, but you can't really want to drift off that because it's going to be quite... Oh, literally, as I say, yeah, the curse seems to have switched to me.
I think John found the limit.
Back on board with Paul Ward. I think he's behind Richard Rice there at the moment as they go through the chicanes onto the finish straight, down through the grid area. But it is Bolsover down towards us. He's still behind him in second position. Coming through, Barry Prue and Ian Norman a little bit further back. There they go, just into our camera shot. There it is. And all riders looking over their shoulder, really, just trying to get a check on the who's behind them. But it is Bolsover enjoying a bit of a comfortable cushion at the moment from Evans there in second place. Barry Prue and Ian Norman third and fourth at the moment, battling it out. Then a bit of a gap there before we got the rest of the field coming through. But it is Bolsover, no problem at all. I can tell you Ian Norman has done the best lap time so far, 51.985 out there. So he's starting to push through. There's Evans coming through. There's Ian Norman and Barry Prue there just coming through. So he's starting to close up Paul Ward as well, starting to get into the battle with Richard Rice there. So hotting up there as well. Bolsover down towards us. Evans there coming through. Ian Norman and Barry Prue just going through below bottom part of the camera angle there. Bolsover again looking over his shoulders, getting a check on our second place guy behind him. Powers his way down here. You can just see a few spots of rain, and this is going to be intermittent throughout the day. Some of the races are going to have a lot more than others, and certainly give us a bit of drama.
It's worth pointing out that bike that John Bolsover, it's actually Matt Bolsover's bike. That's done the Stock 140 class, the Stock 160 class with Matt on it, and now it's doing the Open and the Vets. That's been, well, it shows you how good these are, value for money wise, really, when you think about it.
So bar the Minimotos and the Bambinos, he's kind of in every race. Back on board with Paul Ward at the moment, pushing his way through. Great, oh, and that's Evans going down, and great, so we give him points for the style and roll on that one.
I've got a feel for him because I found out later on that he has actually broken his collarbone on that. That's not nice, it broke his shoulder joint anyhow.
You can just see Paul Ward just going through there as well. But yes, it was a nasty little tumble there. You can just see the yellow flags being waved. But Bolsover going through. And that will allow pushed Ian Norman up into second place, Barry Prue into third. Richard Rice should now be in fourth position. Jimmy Kimbo just going through as well there. So there's Ian Norman and Barry Prue coming through. Back on board with Paul Ward. Now, I'm not too sure why Evans went down, whether he was just losing the bike or just pushing a little bit too hard.
It's a little bit slippery in that cup. Oh, hey up.
There we go, at the checkers, it's Bolsover taking the win from Ian Norman and Barry Prue in third.